Hello students, welcome to week 12. This is our final week of lifespan development. So with that, I wanted to give a little update on what is going on in the class and kind of a review of what's going on this week to make sure everybody knows what is going on so you can get the things done in the proper order and in the proper time. So as you can see, I'm wearing a mask in my own house. It's because the 3 weeks or so ago that we moved into this house, one of the family members who helped us move was actually sick with the virus. They had COVID-19 and they didn't know yet. They weren't displaying symptoms till a couple days after the move. So my wife actually got it. She has the virus. She's quarantined downstairs. And so it's been tough with moving and then also having my wife get the virus. So it's been a tough time. So I apologize that I have been behind on discussion boards. I have essentially ignored those up till now to try and keep on top of the most essential things with the course. So I apologize for that. I do want to go over what is happening this week though and let you know so you can be prepared. So we've got first chapter SmartBook on chapter 16, as well as your initial discussion board post is due early this week, so it's due Tuesday, and that's so that we can get the final discussion boards in before the final exam this weekend. So, chapter 16 SmartBook, the lecture for that is already up. Chapter 17 video lecture will be up tonight essentially, or tomorrow morning. It depends how long it takes to upload essentially. So SmartBook for chapter 17 is open to take, and so that one's due on Thursday. So then we get to the really busy things for the end of the week. I think as I'm looking at my schedule, I forgot one of the essential pieces in the schedule. So one of the things that we need to do in essentially all general ed classes is this e-portfolio. So this is called a signature assignment or e-portfolio. If you've been in other general education classes at Slick, you've probably done one of these before. This is your first general education class at Slick. This might be your first time. So what I want you to do is watch this video. I'll also link it in the same email that I'm sending this video in. So watch this video. It gives you a lot of detailed instructions. Do ignore the dates in the video. This was an instructional video I made earlier on last semester rather than this semester. So pay attention to the dates here in Canvas. So chapter 16 SmartBook Tuesday, then the discussion board, the initial post is due Tuesday. Chapter 17 SmartBook due Thursday. Signature assignment and reflection paper, this is where you actually drop it off. So if you go here, what you will see is a lot of instructions, and if you've watched the videos you'll understand all these instructions. So I'm not going to go over these instructions right now. Watch the video. I go in a lot more detail there, the one that I just showed you. Yep, I did change the due date here. So this is where you will drop the things. Similar to a question paper, there's a couple things you just have to submit. Alright, and then question paper 4. This is your final question paper. So I hope you have enjoyed those. It's one of my favorite assignments. I really like reading the question papers that you send to me. I like to see what is interesting to you in the class. For one, it helps me know how to tailor the class in future semesters. If a lot of students, for example, this semester quite a few students talked about ADHD in relation to some things in adolescence, for example. So that might be something that I talk about more next time. I do have a discussion board that kind of covered that a little bit and neurodivergence, but I might adjust the course so I focus a little more on things that interest students. And it's really exciting to me to see things that interest you because I like psychology. It's one of my favorite things. That's why I do this and teach it and do research in it. So it's really fun to see students who develop interests in specific areas. A lot of times they're completely different areas than I would have even considered. And so that's a lot of fun to read your reports about topics in psychology that maybe even I don't know a whole lot about. Then I can go to those original research articles because you've got a good reference list and a well-written paper. So it's really fun to read those question papers. They're one of my favorite assignments for sure. Alright, so that question paper is due here on Friday. I do recommend you get it in as early as possible. If you could turn it in today, that'd be great because at the same time, Friday is also when the signature assignment and reflection paper is due. So again, that signature assignment and reflection paper, watch that whole video. You will probably be using your question paper for that as your submission, but you also have to write basically a one-page thing about what you learned about it. So with that, you've got Chapter 16 Smartbook, Chapter 17 Smartbook, discussion board posts, as well as question paper number 4. And then you've also got the signature assignment and reflection paper. And the last thing is your unit exam 4. So your final exam opens this Friday, essentially at the beginning of the day. So 12:01 a.m. is when it opens up, and it closes it closes Saturday at 11:59 p.m. So it's open for those 2 whole days, so make sure you adjust your work schedule or plans with your family. If you're going out of town early or something like that, so if you know you're going to be out of town the 7th and 8th without internet, let me know and I can open the exam up for you, say the 5th or the 6th. So you've got Smartbooks due early in the week. I do recommend you get your question paper done early in the week. You've got the signature assignment due as well. And then leading up to the final exam. It is semi-cumulative, so about half of it is from the original units from the chapters, units 1, 2, and 3 from the book. And then the other half of the questions come from these most recent chapters. So the things that we've talked about in chapters 13, 14, 15, 16, and 17. So about half the questions come from those chapters, and about half the questions come from all the other chapters. You can expect to see things that we've repeated quite a few times on the exam, and I hope you do well. Please let me know if you have any questions. I'm going to get your grades updated ASAP, and final grades will be available August 13th, if not before then. So that's my deadline for submitting your grades to the registrar, so they will be available to you as soon as they're processed through the registrar. So that should be the 13th. All right, well, I've enjoyed having you in class. Keep up the good work. It's 1 week with a little more things to do than usual, so get it done so you can get the final done and get a great grade in this course. Thanks very much.